Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our, what is today, Wednesday? Wednesday morning trading room. Hang on a second here. We'll get the screen share going on. Yesterday, really quite a seesaw type of day. We saw here the daily chart doesn't really show all the activity. The market got busy a couple times throughout the day, making a couple of substantial swings, both higher and lower, and making a strong rally into the close. So it ended up with this rather bullish looking doji. And right now we're pretty much taking over from where we left off. Still not quite sure what the market wants to do from here. If we draw a trend line this way, you can see we're testing the trend line, and then we have this mini little trend line this way. Volume was up, which to me would probably suggest buying support. Remember, we have also the breakout this way. So the breakout, the retest, you could, keep a just in case order to buy up here. If today stays bullish, then tomorrow you could throw a just in case order below there. And from a longer term perspective, well, you would have the market pretty much backed itself into a corner. All right. Right now, a bit of a neutral start to the day. Our trading band, we don't know which way it's going. So we technically don't have a first in sync signal yet. Oops, sorry. No, that one wasn't in sync. Neither was that one. We did print a couple of signals right after the opening buzzer. But we need the trading band actually to be stacked, either bullish or bearish, before we look for that in sync signal. Alrighty, right now it looks like they're trying to test the bottom end. Okay, that may turn out to be a test of the extreme here of the lows. We got this number one signal that printed. When the market's sideways like this, when it's obviously sideways, using a second push to enter your trade is probably a good idea. And all the second push means is we allow the signal to engage, we see where it reacts, and then we use that area as our entry point. Now this signal's getting a little bit stale, but you could put an order below there to short. I think I might actually favor a buy given what's going on the daily. We've seen the retest of the breakout. Okay, the Bollinger Suite is bullish. We, again, don't have a signal just yet. What's going on here with the Hawk and the Falcon? Okay, the Hawk has produced the first micro-macro cross. The Falcon getting ready to do a trend change signal, well, providing we don't drift too low here. No, there goes the trend change signal. Well, actually, we're kind of coming back with a trend change signal now. It got spoiled a little. No, I want to take it right there. So the trend line went out of sync here for 1 bar. I'm not going to concern myself with it because it went out of sync just for 1 bar. So we don't have much in the way of momentum just yet. So this is a little bit of a reach. I'll get ready with my stops at break even when and if we can get, there we go. Okay. Well, that worked out all right. So the little trend change signal, now that was partially based on the retest here of the low of the morning. See how we retested the low? We actually got lower than the low, the prior low, but that is still what's going on here. This is still a test of the extreme. In fact, it was followed by another test of the extreme right here when we could no longer continue lower. Then I'd be looking for the buy signal. And here's my trend change signal to buy. Essentially, my first in sync signal on the Falcon. Bar later, we got confirmation via the Bollinger Suite, and there we go. Nice little rally up. Oh, still going. Oh, still going. Okay, a little bit of a pullback now. That was a very nice run. Blew right through the, well, hesitated a little bit on the breach of the primary resistance, but wasted no time after that, getting all the way up here to your secondary resistance zone. That's going to put a bit of a strain on the buyers, or pardon me, the sellers. Well, we got ourselves a bit of a number 3 signal right here. That is a viable buy signal. All right, so here we come now with a number 2 signal. You know, the other day I mentioned the 232 signal to you as a good reversal. Well, the 323 tends to be a good buy as well. When you get this little conflict going on between the buyers and sellers, we get signals printing each way. All right, so there's our number 3 signal. I'm going to look to, and again, I'll take it above that recent little high. Get this out of the way for now. It's printing as a number 1 signal, but essentially it's a hard edge bounce. Bring my stops up to break even, and hooray! And note how the market reacting once it hit our high probability profit target. Stinkers. Now, I know you hear me say this every morning, but it's so important, it bears repeating. I have 2 trades. So if I'm running a 2-trade quota, I have met my trade quota. I am profitable, which is the other criteria. I would seriously consider stopping trading for the day. And you say, what, Eric, you've only been trading for like not even 20 minutes. Why would you stop? Why would you not hang around and make more money? Well, first off, you don't need to. Remember, the money is made in the ability to trade multiples, not in trading more often. The temptation, especially if you're a small trader, is to try to trade more often to build up your account, but usually the lack of experience and certainly the lack of consistency ends up draining your account rather than building your account. So you really need to focus on finding that, being able to identify that high probability signal that you want to risk money on, that you can afford to do a proper setup. Remember, it's important that you have a realistic stop so you don't get stopped out prematurely. And once you're able to do that, well, then you can graduate from taking one signal a day to perhaps taking 2, and from there maybe taking 3. But honestly, some of my most profitable days, I tapped out after 4 trades. And some of my least profitable trades or days was when I was trading 6 or 7, 8 times in a day. All right, well, that number 3 signal worked out okay as well, and it just kind of reinforces the notion of trend. You can see it better here on the eagle, where this tends to happen quite a bit, and it's worth noting when the market is trending, it will hit a bit of a sideways skid. Look for the trend to resume. So ignore the selling opportunities when the market has made a bullish move into the sideways channel. Just look for your buy signals. Okay, speaking of sideways channels, if I were to identify my channel like this, well, I've just had my bullish break, right? Here's my break, here's my retest. I could put a just in case order to buy up there. Just in case the market rallies like there's no tomorrow, I have got you covered. So now we're witnessing the retest of the breakout. And somewhere through here, we should see hopefully 2 bullish bars. That will allow us to cover the bottom end in case the breakout fails, which breakouts tend to do from time to time. Well, that move back to the hard edge should have had a test of the extreme before, but well, we didn't get it. Don't want to get too cocky with them. They're back here in the hard edge where we expect something. We expect something to happen. Should be at least a little bit of a bounce up. The Falcons already gotten bearish on me. As has the Hawk. This darn hard edge, do I dare short into the hard edge? All right, here, we're going to take a look at shorting this, and I'll explain it as we go along here. Okay, so what we've got is we had a sell signal back here. It didn't print as a number 2 signal because it wasn't really. This was the retest, but still it was a sell signal. We come back with a number 3 signal, and we come back with another sell signal. This didn't print as a number 2 signal, but really it is pretty darn close to a number 2 signal because this was our test to the extreme. Did not print as a number 2 signal because there's too many bars here. So the programming did not pick it up, but visually it is still a number 2 signal. And I'm taking a little bit of a flyer on this one, trying to get the market to trade back inside the trading zone or trading range. Come on, get down below that hard edge and you'll probably pick up a few more sellers. The Bollinger Suite is showing some bearish momentum. Oh dear, come on, you guys, play nice. There you go. Come on. You know you want to. Get down there. This is a little treacherous, full-on counter trend given the big rally we saw here out of the gate. Come on, give me one more bar and I can get my trade. I'll roll my stop here in the meantime and I will get ready. Come on, you guys, you can do it. And girls, you can do it. Come on, get below 39. There we go. Okay, trades at break even. Oh, kiss the profit target. Don't you dare. Don't you dare take me out at break even now. Oh, after all that hard work. They probably reverse from here and head back down and actually hit the profit target, but oh well. Had the right idea. Yeah, good words of advice here from Keith. Keith says, don't alter your trade plans during a trade. Greed took over and I moved my target 2 out of 3 trades. Price didn't hit it. So instead of $225, I have $155. I'll take it though. Yeah, that's the thing with trading. You're always learning. All right, here we go, getting mildly bullish again. Given the obvious congestion and perhaps the failed breakout, I might be a little bit more inclined to short. Now, normally, I would like to short below here. The fact that we've drifted this far back into the trading range, it really does make it a little bit more neutral than bullish. and I can still put my just in case order to buy up here. It's not as nice as if it had occurred earlier. You know, on the breakout, the retest, it would make for a much more viable buy, but this is what we got. So 53, let's see, I will try to get my eagle target on this one. Okay, let's go, bulls. Come on, you got me in here. Let's go. You can see how you just don't want to trade, you know, too many times in a day. The signals, you know, sooner or later, one of them isn't going to work. The market's certainly trying to get higher here, but not without a struggle. So it almost seems as though we're getting another breakout and retest, maybe like this. What does this do? Nothing. Okay. Looks as though almost all our momentum came early. Okay, I'm going to roll my stops in here a little bit closer toward the hard edge. If they don't go soon, I'm going to roll them right below the low of the current bar. The buyers have taken their foot off the gas. Oops. Where is our next resistance line? Oh, right up here near the profit target. In fact, I may make it a little bit easier. And after that, we are way up there, 78.87. Okay, I think we're at the stage I'm going to start rolling a little bit more aggressively. Oh, don't tag me out now. I've waited. Well, actually, you're right. You have waited. So if this current bar finishes bullish, which I hope it will, it'll have a nice tail to it, and I'll be able to roll my stop below there. Oh, I don't want to get tagged early. I don't want to get tagged at all. Well, one thing I know is if we break these lows, I'm definitely on the wrong side of the position, and that is the place to exit. I would like to get a little bit of clearance here so I can at least get my stops below this swing. You know what? I'm going to do it. Bring my stops in a little bit more. Hopefully that's not premature. Come on, one more bar and I can get this trade to break even. Okay, there we go. I'll snuggle up here a little bit. Oh, whew. That was hard work. They had me going for a little bit, especially after this little rather deep retrace back inside the trading range, then the subsequent breakout and yet another retrace. But trend still trumped all. And our patience was rewarded. Well, if I wasn't finished before, I would certainly be finished now. My trading day would be done. Oh, look at them go. They're still powering higher. Wow. Looks like there's no stop in the bulls today. Okay, another little bit of a pullback. Probably come back to retest the breakout zone. So we'll probably see a market pullback somewhere around 78.55, 78.60. I think a pullback of sorts is probably in order. Perhaps another move here to the hard edge. Well, we've made a very serious run up here this morning, no question. Flirting with the secondary resistance zone around that 78.62 half area. I don't think I would look too short. I don't think I would get too aggressive on the short side. Okay, well, we're just watching and waiting. I do need to close the trading room again at the bottom of the hour. For the next little while, I'm only able to host the trading room for an hour in the morning. Then I get to go do some fun stuff. Well, sort of. But like I mentioned before, this is why we trade, isn't it? You don't really want to be stuck in front of a computer for 6 hours a day, do you? I know I don't. It looks like we're going to come back here with yet another buy signal. Stop placement, a little bit problematic given the size of the swings. Ideal stop is not here, rather down here. Now we're talking initial stop. Remember, it doesn't mean that your stop has to stay there. So here we got a few minutes yet. Let's demo this. So I'd be looking to buy, actually I'll look to buy just above the high of that bar. Initial stop needs to go down here. Because the market will have a tendency to retest the last swing. And if you were inclined, you could call this a 2-3-2 reversal, and you could look for a short. Again, I don't know how aggressive I want to be on the short side, but a move back to the hard edge would not be out of the realm of possibility. I think you're going to have more success, though, staying with the buyers here this morning. Next buy signal that comes along will be a number 3 signal that comes along will be a number 3 signal, because we're into actually touching the hard edge now of the faster cloud. Well, I think we're going to run out of time here before we get another signal, but this is what I would be looking for. I would be looking for another buying opportunity. As the market gets a little bit more structure to it, somewhere through here, probably get a little uptick, a little swing, and then hopefully another rally up. Well, at that point, you can bring your stops up, right? When you get the second swing, at that point, you can say, yeah, okay, this will be swing one, this is swing two. All right, boys and girls, I got to run. I will see you tomorrow. We'll talk to you then. Bye for now.